Hello guys, I'm Arjjay Meghdoot, and in this video we will be covering the introduction of Edexcel IGCSE English Language B. Now, English Language B for some of us might be a subject where 1 or 2 days before the exam we will be like, okay, now we have to revise Section A, the techniques of Section A, and the formats of Section B, and then we just go into the exam and we smash it. But that is not the case with this subject. Because English Language B, the marking is just so unpredictable. A teacher can be in love with your writing, and another teacher can think that your writing is nothing of substance and give it no marks. So, to always be in the positive side of that unpredictability spectrum, we have to put in just that extra little bit of effort, and that extra little bit of effort is gonna bring you that extra 5 to 6 to 7 marks, and that is going to propel you up to grades A and A stars. Now, I have seen a lot of my brilliant, absolutely brilliant friends that got, grades 9, 8 in all of their other subjects, missing these grades for English Language B. So we have to be very careful about this subject, and we have to put in time, the time that this subject deserves into it. So, coming to the exam paper, you will have 3 hours to complete your exam, and those 3 hours goes by so fast. You will have 3 sections that you need to attempt: Section A, Section B, and Section C. Section A is what I'm going to be focusing a lot about, because this is the part where you can lose a lot of marks and gain a lot of marks if you play your cards right. To do well in Section A, you have to know what the examiners want from you, and then you will have to improve your answers to give the examiners what they wanted all along. That way you can secure really high marks in Section A, especially in question 3 and 6, the broad ones. So, Section A. Section A will give you 2 texts, text 1 and text 2. There will be 3 questions from text 1, question 1, 2 and 3, and there will be 3 questions from text 2, question 4, 5 and 6. And question 7 is gonna refer to both question 1 and 2, and it's gonna be a comparison type question. We have to compare the texts of text 1 and text 2. Question 3 is a broad question, and it's gonna be worth 10 marks, and that's a lot of marks. To attempt this question, we will have to learn some techniques that the writers use in their writing, some literary techniques and devices. Question number 3, this broad question asks us that to explain how the writer does a certain thing in the text. And it will be the same for question 6, but this time they will ask us to refer to text 2 for that question. Now, question 4 and 5 are again short questions, where question 4 is worth 1 mark and question 5 is worth 2 marks. So in total, it's worth 3 marks. And lastly, question 7. Question 7 is worth not 10, not 12, it's worth 15 marks. Yeah, 15 marks. So it's a comparison type question, as I said earlier. We have to compare between the central themes of text 1 and 2. We have to compare between the techniques of text 1 and 2. Now next is Section B. In Section B, you have 30 big marks, and they're going to tell you to write a diary entry, an informal letter, or a speech or a talk, a magazine article or newspaper article, or a website contribution, a formal letter, or a leaflet. Now, for the past 2 years, they've told students to write a website contribution. That's something you should keep in mind. To write this, the question paper will provide you 3 different bullet points, or 3 points you need to include in your writing. And you have to find these points in the text 1 and 2 back in Section A, and you have to use those points in your writing. We'll get in depth in later videos. Next is Section C, the essay section, where you get to write an essay to your heart's desire. Well, they're gonna give you 3 options: a narrative essay option, an argumentative essay option, and a descriptive essay option. For the narrative one, they're gonna give you a topic like the message or the ending or the beginning, and you have to write an essay that, however you interpret the topic. Next is argumentative. This is where you have to bring out your big guns, and argumentative essays can go so right or they can go so wrong, so choose it at your own risk. Next is descriptive essays. Descriptive essays are where they tell you to describe a time, describe a place, describe a person, etc. Now, section C for me is the most controversial section because you can approach section C in so many different ways, and all of them are correct. There is no right or wrong way to approach section C. However, you can use some tips or tricks in your writing which will appeal to your checker and, make your essay just stand out from all others. Those were the 3 sections of Edexcel IGCSE English Language B. On next videos, we will go in depth into section A, B and C, starting with section A. We will learn all the techniques that we need to pick out from texts 1 and 2, and we will learn how to use the PEE method, point, explain, example method, to write excellent answers to question 3, 6 and 7. And that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Until next time.